I'm Graham.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Marlena.
And I'm Robbie, and we're Milo Greene.
This is Vinyl Mag.
Y'all have said that you make music with film in mind. Do you have any like dream scoring gigs, like TV or movies or anything?
I think we'd all like to do a Quentin movie.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, if he ever approached us, I'd be like, game over, we'll do it for free.
Yeah. Would you ever approach him?
If I saw him, yeah. Yeah.
He might be here.
He could, yeah, you never know.
So Kim Gordon recently said in an interview that she thinks of herself as more of an artist than as a musician. And as like film people, do y'all feel the same way?
I think I'm more like a creative, I guess, is the right term. I'm not that good of a musician. I'm not the best songwriter in the world. I'm an okay performer, but I always have like a vision of what I think is going to sound good or look good, and I think that's kind of what drives me.
You all sort of share instruments. So how do you decide like who plays what around South by, and do y'all sort of change it every night, or is it the same?
I mean, we share the instruments, but not as boldly as on a night-to-night basis. We have, in every song, we have our set roles, and that's kind of become part of our live performance where we just make handoffs and trade instruments a little bit. I think when we wrote the songs, there was no real set roles. Everyone's kind of doing a little bit of everything. So when we started rehearsing the album, we just picked up an instrument and kind of felt out what sounded right. And that's kind of the nice thing about this band. We all get to do a little bit of everything.
It's kind of cool. Like what we play live doesn't necessarily actually, it doesn't reflect what we did for the album a lot of times.
I read that it's not necessarily the same as what you did in the studio.
Yeah. We kind of get into the live, situation, and then we kind of just say, all right, well, what makes sense? Like, how does this song? How do we, get it to that place where it's going to be the most, effective piece of art we can,
How does it feel to come to like South by Southwest, which is like tons of people from all over the place, and like you're looking at an audience who's come from everywhere and they know who you are, and a lot of people like know the words to your songs? Like that's got to be a really weird feeling.
I think the feeling is really cool knowing that there's a lot of people that don't know who we are.
Yeah.
And that we're reaching out to people that have never heard us before. Mm-hmm. But also, to me it's crazy that people stood in line and waited to see us play. Like I would never do that even for a band that like I was obsessed with, so it just was like crazy to me. Yeah. But yeah, it was rad.
Y'all are taking a break after this and then you're coming to Atlanta, and I live an hour from Atlanta. We live in Athens.
Awesome.
So what are you going to do in your downtime?
I want to go to Sister Louisa's church. Do you know that place in Atlanta? It's like a really bizarre bar that's called like a ping pong emporium. I went there once, and it's this crazy, there are really bizarre relics all over the walls. It's just one of the coolest aesthetic looking places I've seen. I think you were.
Yeah.
That's really the only plan. I don't know how much time we'll have there, but if you want to come be our tour guide or take us on a road trip to Athens, we're probably up for it.
Yeah.
If you're actually down for that would be really cool.
Cool.
I would do it.
Pencil it in.
Cool. Who are you most excited to see here at South by?
Leon Bridges, I've heard a lot about, and I've been listening to his songs a bit.
Yeah, I saw Spoon last night, and that was the highlight for me. Going into it, knowing that I was going to see that. So I'm done. Yeah. Now I'm chill. That's it. Yeah. Cool. I probably will just show up to some random things and see what's up.
So what is next for you after South by, besides what we've already talked about?
We have the South, and then we have Foster the People, and then we have Sasquatch and Firefly and a bunch of festivals, and we're going to be touring across the country between them. And then I'm sure we'll get an email next week that says we have another tour for June and July, and then some more festivals, and probably in the fall we're going to do another 6 weeks across North America.
Do you like being on tour better?
I mean, I think everybody in this band's gonna have a different response to that. I do think that there's like a duality in your life, that you kind of get this like bipolarity of like you have your home life and you have your tour life, and every time you kind of have to readjust into that next thing. Personally, I love being on the road and playing music, but I also love being at home and writing music and making records.
We spend so much time together on the road that like the time that we do have that's downtime, we kind of need to separate and have a little alone time, but I don't know. For me, touring has never like been my favorite, but at this point, like I feel like if we're not doing something, then I get really anxious because like I feel like we have to constantly be working and doing something productive to make sure that, you know, at the end of the day, we did everything we could.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, we did everything we could.
It's the end of the
We
day.
push goes to shove. The end of the day.
This is when you know we're comfortable. We're starting to bring out our silly voices.
I'm so glad.
Oh yeah, no, we've got a lot of silly voices.
Awesome. Do you have any like personalities?
There are
Everybody has like an alias, like nickname. Like I'm Dee Dee.
Yeah.
And this is Margot.
Margot.
And that's Bobbert the cat. BTC over there.
Where did that come from? I don't even know, man.
His name's Robbie, Bob, Bobbert, and he's a cat. So.
Oh, of course.
Do we have a nickname that's stuck for Graham yet? I don't know, Graham.
I thought we didn't one come up.
Yeah?
First class? Is that it? I mean,
we pretty much call him Daddy most of the time.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's nice. I don't think I can call you Daddy.
yeah.
I think you have
Maybe if I give you a tour around Athens, I'll get comfortable enough. Well, yeah, until then, I'm going to call you Graham and be professional. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, that's all I've got. I think that's a really good note to end on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for hanging. He's dying.